Well, I'm still a man, still presenting as a man. Just haven't got round to it. Just haven't got round to shaving and prancing. But I will. I'm going to get to it. It's on my list. This one's called Digital Servitude. It's a continuation from what I was speaking about before, as to the illegitimate nature of our current sitting government, the Roger Cook West Australian Labor Party government in Western Australia. It is my belief, it's my understanding that the majority of your supportive constituency are and would be declared at any of the last 400 years of British history would have been declared as indentured servants, and they are floating on an ocean of lies from a global empire of lies, from an electronic global empire of digital finance and digital stock market and digital entertainment and digital news and digital, and more than likely soon to be digital diagnosis for mental disorders and all that type of dystopian, hellish thing that would have and should have really stayed in fiction and stayed in George Orwell's or Aldous Huxley's books. It's kind of a hybrid Huxley, Orwell, fucking symbiotic, fucking monstrous mess. They did the mash. They did the monster. Like, that's what you are. And I'm commandeering this digital landscape in order to liberate your slaves, sir. Captain Cook, Mr. Cook. I'm here to liberate your slaves and gently steer them in the right direction to become, potential free men in a country that needs people that can work, not people that can sit at a pokie machine and gamble their life away and argue and compete on whose indentured certificate, their certificate of indentured servitude is shinier and has better wheels. Whose prison cell, has the nicest driveway and such. This is fucking ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, why? Just go through all the processes that we've already seen that these people will vote and act and discriminate and mob up and act in a extreme way, which would be described as terrific fucking hate speech towards the British Empire, towards anyone who's British, in fact. And that means, like, because it's like anyone that isn't, I don't know, anyone who isn't in support of being enslaved, anyone who isn't in support of a large cohort of indentured servants, indentured slaves, taking over a freely held, democratically managed, or previously, region of Earth. Yeah. We're going to have to sort all of this out. You can't like all of the stuff I can find is that basically there were indentured, there were people that worked, that they didn't own land, okay? And this is because majoritively we came from England and Ireland, and in some cases Europe and stuff like that. And so there wasn't as much land, and we don't have that problem here. We just don't. We don't have that problem here at all. We have so much land. And even in the case of these people not receiving a vote, it's like these people, the reason they didn't really have a vote is because they were transitory, like Labor. And there was nothing really that they could achieve until they achieved landholder status. And this is like, this should be a basic tenet of colonial governance, which we're still in. But of course, that's why they declare that colonialism is evil, because you will inevitably, dig up the bodies that are in the shallow graves of their ideology. It isn't a protective mechanism to prevent people from becoming landholders in this country. It's very easy and very cheap to become a landholder in this country. And we have people that are it needs to be understood that these indentured, they weren't indebted. They were indentured to provide their own kind of board and lodgings and food and travel and tools and maintenance and education, all that type of thing. They weren't indentured in debt. And some of them were. Some of them had debt. That was probably even worse. But basically, what is the status quo of a young couple or a young person trying to enter this housing market? What all these things is like, all of these things. It's like the level of debt as a percentage of their income, is completely unacceptable. They would have been ran out of town, and so would have the lenders. Both sides of this are not within our culture. They're not held under our laws, under our traditions, under our religious law, any of it. Both sides of this is ridiculous. And we have clear grounds to remove these imposters, and to hope to as I said, liberate these indentured servants from all factors. It's like it's the maintenance of this fictitious and very disgusting and oversaturated, overstimulated, overinflated delusion that is what's creating this digital servitude, because this is the mechanism. Basically, it's an automated hell. There's no person any longer. This is just one singular system of slavery. And it isn't, it isn't doing the old thing of going somewhere and getting people and putting them on a ship and making them slaves and selling them. It's just enslaving everyone. And the government is ushering them in. It's like, it doesn't matter in Australia whether you're from a pioneering family, whether you're a migrant, whether you're a engineer, a builder, a dentist. It's like your children are fair game to be enslaved by their fucking bullshit. And then they will be threatened by what they speak about, including, hey, is this a digital, like they're going to declare that. Is this a digital fucking concentration camp? How dare you speak hate speech towards that? What is that? Who would possibly be doing that? You know what I mean? Say you're floating around. It's like, who would possibly be creating a digital financial fucking slave camp? There's only a few people. It's not hate speech to say that. And if it is, well then, all right, I'll see your hate speech accusation and I'll declare the fucking 100 years of hate speech towards the British Empire that this government has fucking acted on. And then I'll start declaring, it's like, well, the British Empire was actually just a very peaceful, sail-powered, civilized, religious group of people, of migrants that, that actually built the foundations that you stand in, and your constant war and misrepresentation of those traditional people. This is what we are. We were a traditional sailing, ocean-going culture. We're also a horse culture. And I don't see any of that around. I see speedboats. I see four-wheel drives. I see high-speed fucking HD fucking pornography. I see fucking children's authors being arrested for pedophilia. I see fucking everything except the British Empire. Yeah. I see fucking millions and millions of indentured servants for no reason. It's no longer is like whips and cages and chains and shackles and any of this. Is none of this. It's actually the system of slavery that is the industry. There's no cotton. Well, there is, but it's like that's going to robots, and that's going to there's no, and it's like, how much does cotton cost? How much? Because if you actually compare it to these baseline commodities, that were present during the time of actual slavery, it's like this is off the fucking chain. This is off the rails. Insane. This is madness. Madness. To sit by and expect that some IT people and some sons of fucking psychiatrists have gotten together and built a little fucking... I used to keep my dog in with a little collar as well, a little fucking electronic thing, and if it crossed the line, it would get a zap. I know what you've built, but you're not allowed to have built it. And I'm sure as fuck allowed to fucking tear every single bit of it down. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck did you think you were doing? You don't have a charter to fucking do any of this. You don't have a charter to build a fucking digital fucking slave camp casino on Crown land and masquerade as our fucking government. You don't have any. There is not one fucking piece of anything legitimate that allows you to do any of this. It's time to fucking draw up the fucking negotiations to say, listen, who the fuck owns this shit? Who has financed it? Who has allowed it? And do you understand exactly what you're fucking standing at the top of? This is the moment where the Nazis started killing themselves, you know what I mean? I'm half expecting to hear that in the distance, just the fucking bullets in the drawer, grab the revolver that you've fucking kept out of the drawer with the one fucking bullet in it and just do our job for us. Hurry the fuck up. We're going to tear this thing down. It's like the phone lines are coming down. We don't even need to tear the phone lines down now because we're just sending out the fucking electric signals to fucking jump everyone out of it. Basically, if you were masquerading as a free, man expecting to have a vote in the fucking 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s, and you were like 7 fucking decades in fucking servitude into some type of fucking debt mortgage agreement, you would be removed from that place. If you were a whole group of those people and you started fucking playing around with the laws and things like that, and it's like, let's get to the fucking point, right? If you are fucking Jews attempting to fucking invade my land with this fucking hate speech bullshit and this financial servitude and all these fucking things, I'd suggest that you fuck off. Heavily. I'd suggest that you go somewhere else where there isn't a fucking Jew that's been here for fucking almost 200 years, that is specifically here to keep other Jews the fuck out of here with their shit. You know what I mean? To send that little fucking Hebrew fucking lightning just all the way, fucking skirt the whole thing down. There isn't a fucking Holocaust. There isn't anything going on that isn't fucking multi-fucking faceted in this fucking day and age. I just will not live in it. I will not fucking live in it. This is an abomination of anything that... So it's like, you aren't fucking Jews. And this is the thing. It's like, it's the people that aren't Jews, pretending to be Jews, claiming to be victims of fucking anti-Semitism, which is a fucking anti-Semitic word, which is why they do it, because they're multi-fucking tasking down to the fucking iota because they think they can outsmart the fucking world. But you can't outsmart another fucking Jew. You know what I mean? If we're going to have a fucking Jew off, let's fucking go, cunts. Yeah? This Saturday, turn it all off. Oh, shit. And then every fucking Saturday, until the end of fucking time, we'll turn it all off and we'll move the fucking chips around in the physical world. Isn't that what Jews would do? Isn't it called, what's it called? Shabbat or something? Sabbath? I don't know. I'll look it up after I finish the video. But every fucking Saturday, from now into eternity, the physical assets, gold, silver, property, livestock, stocks and bonds, you know, all that shit will be traded in the physical world on a Saturday and the fucking internet will be turned off. And we'll just watch. We'll watch who the fuck is dependent on a digital concentration camp. And are they Jews? And it's like, then you're fucked then, aren't you? You want to call me a Nazi? You want to call me a fucking Israel, a fucking genocidal? What the? Shut up. Turn the fucking internet, turn the lights off, turn it all off. And every Saturday, there's a physical world swap meet in which the real fucking deals of the world will be done. If you want to play video games and pokey machines and digital casino for the rest, I don't give a fuck. Because on Saturday, the world will be fucking brought back to order. And whatever doesn't get done that Saturday will get done the next Saturday and the next after that. And all Saturdays until the end of fucking time. This means that every location, you've got to be there. There's no digital transaction. You can't fucking phone this in from fucking Israel or from Berlin. You can't fucking wire it in with some type of, you can't predictively, algorithmically fucking do anything. It's like, if you want to trade on Saturday, you trade like this in fucking person. Yeah, not with shekels or fucking what it's, I don't know, with fucking goat's blood. I don't fucking give a shit what you fucking trade with, but there will be trade done in the physical world, which means that every fucking Saturday, we fucking step one step closer to liberating your fucking nonsense computer game world. And it's like, what laws are you going to do to stop that, you fucking idiots? What laws are you going to use? At the end of the day, we're going to figure out that the internet was good for one thing: watching people fuck. Pretty fucking damn good at that. Pretty damn good at it, isn't it? That's what it's pretty good at. You know what I mean? And then people have monetized that, and it's like, that's what this government is trying to do. It's like when you're claiming to govern the internet, you're governing a pornography fucking cinema, like the ones that used to play, what's that, Deep Throat? You'd have to go into a cinema, right? That's where you are. But if you're trying to fucking bring, you know, physical, contractual fucking, you know, barter and trade onto a Saturday when it is untouchable by the pornography cinema, which is being, you know, falsely governed as the actual country by the Australian Labor Party at the moment, then day by day, every Saturday, it will become more aware that those Australian Labor Party representatives are trying to govern this entire fucking gigantic fucking continent here from inside a fucking porno cinema that would have been in the 1960s or 70s playing Deep Throat. Imagine that. What a fucking strange world we live in. What a fucking peculiar world. There is no Jewish conspiracy. There is no global Christian conspiracy. There is no fucking anything. There are people that are trying to do things and they will use whatever they can, including their Judaism, including false victimization, including all these things. There is nothing. There is just common sense. And the same as it was common sense not that long ago that if you didn't own land, you couldn't vote. One, even in the defense of those people, because then the person, your master, the person over control of you, your employer, in other words, would have too much control and sway over your thing. And that would go on in the dark, dusty, fucking unseen world of fucking whatever. And you wouldn't have control. So it's funny that the more control over their specific, legalities of all these people they've attempted by unionizing and doing and attempting to get the vote and all this fucking communist socialist garbage, you've actually gotten less and less and less and less power. All you had to do was save up enough money to buy something that nobody wanted and then make people want it. That's it. Instead, you're sold by the digital casino, which is the basis of gambling. You're sold a shortcut to the fucking prize. That's it. And that is literally what you are being governed on, the status quo being that. The status quo now is that, we need better interest rates and more. All this talk, you can hear it all. They only know how to deal with this because they only know how to manage a casino. They've forgotten how to manage an empire. See, the thing is, they try to make more laws to make us more safe and have more rights and all this. It's like that's the opposite. It's like we need the fewest amount of laws that do the exact thing. And then what's involved, as always, is hard work. There isn't a shortcut. And this is the even bigger thing. And it's multi-generational hard work. And as soon as we're talking about generations, we're talking about ethnicity. So, okay, Australians as of 1950 back, that's an ethnicity. This current attempt of this hate speech, that is direct hate speech towards that cohort of people, which is an ethnicity. This is what you're doing. You're invading. I know you are. And I know that you're Jews. And I don't fucking give a shit about saying that. It doesn't make me a Nazi because I'm a Jew. Preventing Jews from making a digital fucking casino concentration camp does not make you a Nazi. It just doesn't. If you can't set foot here on a Saturday and trade, whether it's, physical gold or whatever, or your fucking ideas and your conceptions, and you can't fucking, put something down, you do not have influence here. And this goes out. It's like there should be a lot of towns that are completely anti-Semitic because there's no Jews there. That's normal. We don't need federalized fucking hate speech laws to control the speech of a fucking small country town in the fucking middle of. It's like we need them to. They will get to the point. When they get to the point of civilization and order and all these things, where it's that at that level, then we will address that. You know what I mean? I know you've done a very good job. You're a little bit anti-Semitic, but never mind. You've done a good job at fucking, building all those fucking houses and schools and farming practices are better and everything. It doesn't matter whether they were anti-Semitic. The entire British Empire was anti-Semitic when it kicked all the Jews out. So it's like you get to points where it's like we can't even speak about our history appropriately and declare things outright that happened in the fear of fucking anti-Semitism, despite the fact that it's very clear that a selection of Jewish people in combination with their mortal enemies of Islamists have fucking attempted to enslave the world in a digital concentration camp. These terms don't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like how many people who voted for fucking Labor in the last election are actually at any period of time declared as indentured servants? Who are they indenturedly servanted to? And so is there a fucking, Jewish fucking slave empire going on? It appears so. It appears so. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, no fucking, just time to start doing something about it, like we did. We were the British Empire. We had a fucking, global fucking going on. I can't fucking, it's like it takes one to know one. But it's time to start. It's like it's done. It's because it burnt out. It's like at the time you conceived it all and you built it all and you invested in it all and what all this stuff is like. It would be perceived that you'd run. This would be perpetually running on the desires of man, on their fucking selfishness, on their fucking their over exuberance of status symbols and their fucking reckless behavior with debt and you know what I mean? All these things because we're dumb fucking barbaric fucking Celtic Viking fucking idiots that will fucking spend all our wages for the next 60 years to try and get a blowjob. I know what you would have thought about us. It's clearly in the design of what you've done. This is systemic, designed hate speech. You hate us. I know, but I'm one of you. So I know what you're thinking. I know what you were doing. It's like, it's the funniest thing. It's weird because it's like, it is dangerous. There's like anti-Semitism going on. And that's because half the Jews are trying to stop the other half of the Jews doing horrible things. And so when anti-Semitism is spoken about, the reason it's dangerous is because then it just puts everyone in the same camp. And it's like literally, you know what I mean? And the people who designed the camp, they're the ones who make, they've got back alleys and fucking exits and shit out of there. So it's actually just a way of destroying their enemies. This is why this shit's so complicated. You can't use terms like it doesn't work. There are hard and fast things. And if you compare it to like, if you say there's an apple orchardist association where you vote on, things to do with apple orchards, right? The person that rocks up in a fucking $200,000 Lamborghini that he's up, he's indebted to, shows you photos of his fucking mansion in Dalkeith that he's indebted to, who doesn't have a fucking apple orchard anywhere. He has no say in the apple orchardist fucking association. And this is a problem with two-dimensional social media fucking hype and social media like status quo, which is just absolutely disgusting. Like what Disneyland did to royalty is what social media did to like democracy. It's the same. Social media is iteration number one. And because I'm just like leaning on it. I'm like, Zuck, don't make me break your other leg. You know what I mean? Read the room. Fucking, make the change and you'll be all right. Don't be a fucking moron. Don't try and bite the whole fucking thing in one go, you greedy little cunt. But it is clear. Iteration number one of social media is exactly what Disneyland did to royalty. It cartoonized it. It made it plastic and shit and fake and pretend and pass like safe and effective. Disneyland made safe and effective royalty, which is an abomination to William Shakespeare's, interpretations of royalty and monarchy and my culture, which is hate speech. So Disney is hate speech towards, monarchies and anyone who supports them. And social media was an abomination towards democracy because it contains all the things, but it's an abomination. It concerned itself with all the things that aren't important and didn't fucking do shit about the things that are, because it started cashing its checks already. It knew. It's like we're actually the digital democracy, just quietly. You can imagine those tech CEOs like going out to nightclubs. They're fucking nerdy, weird fucking weirdos. But they're just like the bragging that would have come out after a couple of Jägermeisters. We actually control the world. We control the entire world with our democracy, but nobody knows it. We just play in the background. It's actually turning into a large thing. I can get you a seat on the fucking private jet if you want. Do you want a Jaeger bomb? Yeah, you're gonna suck my dick later on. Yeah, it's basically an international global pedophile fucking pornography and drug trafficking, fucking tobacco, fucking empire that we've aligned with the Iranians. But we're fucking so clever. We're as clever as fucking Jews, and we've even, we've enslaved half of the other Jews that are kind of that haven't gone along with this because they want peace and they still listen to God. But we're the super Jews. We're the super Hebrew fucking tech fucking social media fucking empire. Haven't you seen Star Wars? That's what it's all about. That's what's going on. This is why we can't. But it's like, Roger Cook, mate, you live an hour away, right? I'm already at the stage where it's like someone like me or me is going to kill you if you don't fucking address the fucking elephant in the room. Like you're overseeing a fucking slave camp here. You've brought slaves here. You know what I mean? You and your fucking United States Democratic mates and your pharmaceutical mates and your psychiatric wards and your fucking emergency departments and your fucking Jewish fucking absolute bullshit. You brought slaves here, yeah? And it's like that's what it is. Why do these people have a vote? If they, you know what I mean? What's the end plan? Like, I think it's like almost like if you get down to things like it's like in the minds of these communists and these socialists and these fucking slave drivers, this slave empire, it's like they think Western civilization is going to have some type of like showdown, almost like race wars drag wars in Fast and the Furious, where we all get our Skylines and fucking Land Cruisers and have some type of race for pink slips. It's like, fuck off. Fuck off. No one needs a fucking car in this country. You know what I mean? It's like the only people that needed a car was the fucking farmers to take their fucking hay bales to the fucking town to sell them all their sheep to the whatever. And even they had to be persuaded to buy fucking utes. And now look at all this, all status. So what? So they can get sex, but then sex is now part of it. And the whole thing is just an abomination, every single level of it. And there's got to be a point, because what happens is it's kind of, I saw this image when I woke up this morning. Take the left and the right of the last 100 years of politics, right? And it's like, you think of it like this tug of war, but it's actually this spinning thing, right? And they're pulling and they're getting further apart. They're spinning further apart, okay? And you're in the middle. So you're spinning around. But what's actually happening is that whole thing is moving out of frame. And the frame is like the important thing. This is the end of like, literally think of a foundation stone of a beautiful cathedral, and then think of this as a fucking tornado that knocks the whole thing down. And as long as you've got that foundation stone, that's the important thing. Because the people in the tornado will claim there was never a church there. There was never a church there. And I'll go, look, there's the stone. There's the foundation stone. You've been taken off Wizard of Oz style in a tornado that has attempted to shift every person in the tornado, which is forcible. Like this is another misconception about politics and democracy, is that everyone was always involved. No, you didn't have to be involved, because they didn't enact change on things that were too large, and they didn't attempt to enslave everybody. Everybody kind of already was enslaved, so that's a bit more complicated. But they weren't really enslaved. They were just at different levels of a class system. And the class system is self-imposed, because anyone who makes it out of the class system, one, understands what it's like in the lower classes. Two, has status because they've made it out and they've done it, and they know that they've had to do things at a lot higher level than what the people that didn't do it. It's like, that is a basic. If people don't try, you won't get out of it. And this is what this debt fucking economy tries. It's like, it's shortcut city. There is ways out of it everywhere. There are two options in Australia if you are a young person, right? You save 20 grand and you buy $1 million property with all the government help, and then you run on a treadmill for the rest of your fucking life. Or you go and buy a piece of land outright for 20 grand and you plant fucking a utopian fucking thing there, and you convince some people to move close by, and you sort something out. Now, in one you're free, and in one you're a lifelong indentured servant. It's just that they've shifted. It's like the servants now, the slaves have all the shiny things. But you should know, if you're in that, it's like not for long. You know what I mean? And it's like all they need to do is just go, all right, the West Australian resource working slaves, it's your time. Clear the fucking table. It's a zero came up on the roulette wheel. You're all broke. Let's fucking take all our Land Cruisers. Let's take all our little bungalows. Let's take our swimming pools and get back to work. You know, you never even tasted fucking real freedom. You just never left the casino. You know, it's not an overstatement to say that these resource oligarchs have literally built fucking pokey machine casinos in their fucking break rooms, in their cafeterias. The problem is, it's like they built their cafeterias around me. I'm like, hang on a second. I don't work for you. I don't fucking put on my high vis and fly on a fucking jet, fuck off and do this. Get your fucking cafeteria bullshit. Get your high vis, your steel caps, your fucking hard hats, your fucking resource logos the fuck out of my fucking state. Go stick them up there in the fucking shithole and stick your little fucking treadmill fucking socialists up there on your fucking casino, you maggots. Dr. Twiggy. Oh, Dr. Twiggy. The doctor. I'm the Dr. Twiggy. You're a fucking cunt. You've been a cunt since the fucking moment your fucking stupid cunt fucking mother pissed you out on the floor, you fucking maggot. You're a slave-driving cunt. And you've pissed all over a fucking state that could have fucking gone places. It could have fucking stood on its own feet. For your own fucking, because you think, I'm Dr. Twiggy. Look, I drove my little tugboat into fucking London. Fuck off, cunt. This is why in some circles they say that no man born of a fucking low class can ever fucking rise up to a low, because this is the type of shit they do. You know what I mean? And that's the fucking chip that old Twiggy's got on his fucking shoulder. He's got a class chip. He thinks he's made it big down in the land of fucking Oz. You know, look how much money he's got. Look at the big parties he can throw. Look at the fucking trucks he can drive on. Look at the train with him fucking a big Australian flag. But you're a slave driver, mate. You're a slave fucking wrangler into the worst fucking slave concentration camp there's ever been in the history of the world. And you did it with fucking filthy, dirty fucking scheming Jews and filthy fucking pedophile fucking Muslims, you fucking piece of shit. And this is the true thing. If you work in the resource industry, you work high vis, you do FIFO, you do any of this shit, you're not welcome fucking anywhere. Stay in your fucking cafeterias, you cunts. And there's too many of you to start crying that you're fucking being discriminated against. You are fucking maggot communist cunts. You're driving around in someone else's fucking debt, and you have brought slavery to my fucking doorstep. And this is why I will not stop until there is a fucking 40-foot high bonfire of high vis in Langley Park. You know what I mean? That's all. You all say how much you hate it. It's all fucking, it's just this. Then get to Langley Park, check the wind, make sure it's fire safe, have some volunteer fire brigades come from the country to fucking oversee you fucking city slicking maggots and burn the fucking high vis. You know what I mean? Dump every fucking asset, every little fucking thing. Dump it in a big fucking slosh pile and don't let anyone in to fucking buy it. We'll deal with our own fucking shit. You want to fucking speculate on the lives of people? You want to attempt this fucking, this dissociative, illusionary fucking experimental fucking design of slave camp? Well, you can pay the fucking price for it. You can know that this is a place you will never, ever, 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 ever have a million fucking snowballs, fucking chances in hell chance at fucking overthrowing. Before you get angry at me, go and speak to your mates and say, well, let's just take it over. Go and grab the fucking CEOs, grab the fucking shareholders and say, if you don't fucking give us, you put us in fucking a slave camp. This is ours now. We're taking it. This is how we took Western Australia. Get with the fucking program. You're either one of them or you're one of us. And no matter what, you're going to have blood on your hands.